I would like to call to order the Thursday, June 4th, 2026 Town of Cicero Park Board meeting. Would the Vice President please take roll call?
Yes. Dan Strong.
Present.
Amy Wolf. Present. Mary Devlin, present. Clayton Bell.
Present.
Sierra Fisher.
Present.
And that's it.
Yep, very good. If everybody has had time to review the agenda, I would entertain a motion of approval.
I so move.
All second. Very good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Agenda is approved. If everybody has had time to review the prior meeting minutes, I would entertain a motion to approve those.
I so move.
I'll second.
Very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Very good. We will start with old business, starting with the gas tank update and pump replacement.
The gas tank is officially completed. It's been paid for. They've finished all the testing and certification, so it's up to item standards now. So that project is finally done.
Do you know if we still came in under budget on that? I don't need the exact dollar amount, but I know we were under budget. I didn't know if it
So.
finalized under budget. Okay.
I think so, because they had some issues with the testing and stuff, but then I think with them fixing it, they ended up not charging us for some of that, so.
Good deal. Grant updates, Duke Energy and Vectren.
Dan, do you know?
So,
I mean, those have been approved.
I know we got $10,000 from Duke.
And I know we're gonna be ordering a sign to hang up on the gazebo, like Duke Energy sign.
so from my understanding, at the gazebo area, they'll put in a movie screen. And then also they will have an amp system
Yeah.
with speakers and everything to improve that area and make it nicer for some of the events that'll take place in the future. And then as Sarah just said, they will, have a sign there, for Duke Energy's involvement. And I think the grant was for $10,000, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
When are they doing that?
They're starting next week.
Ordered, I was gonna say, yeah.
And it's not going to be an inflatable screen, he says. It's still going to be portable, but not inflatable, because the quality is not as good.
Okay. Very nice. Library property.
Is that still with Aaron?
Yes. So that continues to be a work in progress. It appears that that's getting closer, but there's still some legal things that they have to get worked out as far as an agreement and some of those things, and just what the procedure is and everything for the town to acquire that property. So
Yeah.
it appears to be moving forward.
I think he's pretty confident it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
That's what he said last night, at the Friends of the Park meeting.
Good deal. Park impact study, proposal reevaluation in the fall.
So that was actually presented to the council in conversation there, knowing that we don't currently have any development on the horizon. And some of those things, they asked for that to be delayed and take a look at it and visit again in the fall from a budgetary standpoint. And they thought that would probably be best, so they asked for that to come back and be revisited in the fall.
Very good. Flagpole or Red Bridge?
Last I knew today, they were still working on forming the concrete, or forming the area for the concrete. It should be poured within the next couple of days. The pole is out there. This will need to be set, and then
I've taken pictures the
Oh,
last
good.
2 days.
Good. We
Yeah.
got the lights delivered. They're massive. I mean, they're probably this big.
Wow.
3 of them. The guys have. I don't think so. No flag yet, but the guys have been working on all the electrical for those lights. But yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
And they said that, is it Wait Elevator, Grain Elevator in Sheridan is donating all the concrete.
Yes, all the
Yeah.
concrete is donated.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And we've raised 22,600 already in funds. That Jimmy just texted us
Oh, good.
that this afternoon. And then picking up a check from Kokomo Auto World
And,
today.
yeah. Nice.
So he said
There's
with
been
that
quite a few
money, we've
people.
collected 22,600.
What size did we end up with? Do you remember?
50 foot.
50?
Yeah.
Moving on to the trail dedication.
Here you went. No, it was really nice. I think she was very happy with it. It was a pretty good turnout. Seemed-
He said a whole bunch
So-
of people came from, is it California?
She
or
came from
Colorado?
California.
Yeah.
I don't know where her kids were from.
Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I think it was very well received. And as all of you know, that is a trail that from Community Park to the sports complex, I'll call it, or the ball fields, and the trail that wraps around the ball fields. So it was dedicated to as the Ashok Sethi Memorial Trail, and to be known as that. And Mrs. Sethi and family, I believe there was 11 people that came, and then they had a couple of friends come up from Carmel.
And his partner.
Yes, and the partner that had managed the site when it was the NRG property, that oversaw the property at that particular time, but very well received. She actually sent a nice email back thanking everyone for the respect, and it was very well done, so.
Very good.
Yeah.
Any other discussion on old business? Seeing none, we will move on to new business. Creating Places Grant.
All I know that they're starting to work on the, I think, social media stuff, starting to prep it, right?
Yes.
Um,
So the Creating Places grant opportunities, a matching grant, it's a 50/50 or a dollar for a dollar. And basically, it appears that you're going to be going after playground equipment, if I'm not mistaken, so you'll have a nice piece of, yeah. And so it appears that sometime in the very near future that will get kicked off, and I'm guessing someplace around the 4th of July, that'll probably
We
happen.
actually picked the time and date last night.
Yes.
Yeah, July 3rd, was it?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the plan would be to kick it off, and then there'll be a QR code, and then they're looking at signage and some of those things. And at the current time, they're looking at other, funding mechanisms and business leaders and some of those things in the community to help support that opportunity as well. And I'm sure they'll be more than likely reaching out to some members of this board to participate in some fundraising also, so I would.
I'd say that's you, Mary.
Keep looking at Mary.
But anyway, it's exciting. I mean, it's been a long time. I think one of the things that's been high on the radar, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah, is that people have wanted some new pieces of playground equipment for quite some time. So I think this will be well received, and I'd like to think that the community will get behind us as well. So.
And is this to replace what I call the green playground
Yeah,
next to the
the
dog
south
park?
side, yeah.
Okay.
It needs its
And I think Jimmy said that they've sent out letters to a lot of the local farmers, and he's actually talked with Bex yesterday, and
Yeah.
he thought it would be it was a long conversation, longer than he thought it would be, so I think they're very interested.
Yeah. Seems
Yeah.
like we have some people that are willing to donate
Yeah.
a decent amount, so.
It's nice.
We'll take it.
Yep.
Moving on to the LWCF grant.
So So the LWCF grant is currently in the works. So Amy Shanklin, is the grant writer that was hired by the town. And then J2 Design is Julie and John Smith, and correct me if that's not correct, are with J2 Design, and between the two groups, they're working to put this LWCF grant together. And so we continually to have meetings or calls on it weekly right now, knowing that this has to be submitted by the end of July, if I remember correctly, so.
Which they are who helped develop the master plan, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
And that was one of the important pieces of them participating in it, because they had the knowledge behind the grant, they had all the cost, a lot of the legwork done on this, which made it much easier to work with Amy on it, and they were willing to reduce their price had they done it by themselves, and then Amy was willing to incorporate that into her monthly fee. So there was a reduced cost to the two of them working together from what it would have been if J2 Design had went on their own, from my understanding. But more to come on that. A lot of work. There's certainly a lot of things behind the scenes that I never thought about that had to be done with this grant. So it's through the, with the DNR, and there's a lot of requirements. So, but everything's moving forward at this particular time.
Is this the grant for the seawall, mainly over at Red Bridge? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And potentially to incorporate, some additional things, maybe along the shoreline between the marina and the kayak launch area. So they're looking at that as well to see if they might be able to incorporate something into that grant opportunity there as well. But the main focus is to do the seawall.
Very good. With Superintendent Hunter's absence, if we don't have much on this next item, I get it. But the 2027 budget, which I'm assuming is underway, any
Yeah.
big updates for tonight?
No big updates. We started looking at it and deciding, what money to move around, but Jimmy will meet with Rhonda on that to kind of finalize it, so
Okay.
nothing right now, really.
Any additional comments, Dan?
No, I know that they've been working on it, and I know he is scheduled to meet with Rhonda on it and have a discussion on that. And I'm sure at some particular point in time, he will bring that to the board for us to review.
I have a comment. Could this year, when we are given a copy of the 2027 budget, do you think that we could also have the income side of that budget instead of just the expenditure side? Because we didn't have that last year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other comments for anything under new business? Alrighty, moving on to miscellaneous, the farmer's market attendance / upcoming events.
It's been attended pretty well, especially the first time when it was raining. I think Jimmy said there was up to 650 people that they identified through the cell phone
Cell phone
records.
thing.
Yeah. So they've been really pleased. We have 20 vendors for this Saturday. And it seems to be going well. People seem to be really pleased with the turnout, and we're trying to have special events to bring people in. We have Kids Go Fishing tomorrow, Saturday. It's sponsored by Edward Jones, so we're hoping for good weather for that. We have a lot of prizes, free food, hot dogs. So
A lot of fishing poles to give
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
yeah, and then the Parks Department's been working on getting all the poles ready to go and the bait. So yeah, we have that. And then Sunday, we have a concert in the park for Hamilton County Community Band at 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a busy weekend. We're friends of the park.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just for the record, that covers the Kid Fishing Day, June 6th, 8 to 1. As you stated, this Saturday. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Under miscellaneous, I would like to add publicly, obviously, we had the misfortune of the vandalism this past week at the park. I'm not going to talk to the bad action. I want to thank the park staff, all the volunteers that showed up. That was one of the quickest responses I've ever seen to
Yeah.
such a tragic event like that. I'm sure Superintendent Hunter, yourself, there was a lot of organization to go into getting that handled quickly. Thank you to the police department for quickly getting on top of it. Not to make the assumption that it has been solved yet, but for getting it out on social media and to begin working on it. Obviously, that's something we don't ever want to deal with, but with the community outreach and quick work, I don't think we could have asked for a better turnout to help correct the wonderful action that it be. So, with that being said, does anybody have anything they would like to add under miscellaneous?
I don't have anything.
Very good.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Alrighty, our next meeting will be July 9th, 2026, 5 o'clock here at Town Hall. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We are adjourned.